Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to start with the Python 3 fundamentals and this is episode 1. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is Python, why do you need Python, and what are the benefits of the Python and how easy it is to use the Python. After we see all these things, we will get started with the installation of the Python and do a local setup in your machine, and followed by the upcoming videos will have so many things in place. Come, let's get started. Alright, so what is Python? Python is one of the programming language. And then what is programming language? Programming language is nothing but an intermediate, in other words I could say, between a human and a computer. Whatever we wanted to ask computer to do, the Python is one of the programming language which will basically translate into machine understandable format, and machine will in turn do the work for us, right? So that's the purpose of, or that's the meaning of programming language. Now there are several programming language in place like C#, Java, Kotlin, C, C++, you can name it. Okay, Python is one of the versatile programming language. So what does it mean? Python can be pretty much used for anything. For example, you can use it for data science, you can use it for machine language, you can use it for the web development, and I can just keep adding it into the list. There's several things that you can use, and not only that, Python has a very strong community. You wanted to do something with the Python, there is a package for this. You have package for everything. Okay, and then last but not least, Python is easy to read, it is concise, and it is an interpreted language. It's very easy to learn. When you look at a Python code, anyone who doesn't know about this programming language will be able to find out most of the thing what is written in that. It's very easy to read. That's what I meant. Alright, now what is the prerequisites for this? Where do I start? If you ask me, you don't need to know anything about Python or any other things about the programming language. If you're a fresher, if you wanted to start everything from scratch, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can learn it. Even kids can learn it. And it is recommended for kids to start with the Python, not even the other languages. It is that easy to understand. So where do you write the Python code? If you ask me, there are two types that you can do. One is the Python interactive shell and the other one is called Python file. Now the interactive shell, right, it will run a Python lines of code one at a time. However, the Python file, it's kind of a Python script which is like many lines of Python code written in one file, and that can be as long as it can be, and then you can just run the script at one shot as a file. So these are the two things. Now before we go and see how these two things work, first let's do a local setup. The first thing that you need to do is go to the python.org and go to the downloads page and install appropriate software. If you are using a Mac, use the Mac. I'm using Windows, so I've downloaded the Windows here and I've installed it. So the second software that you need to install is the Visual Studio Code. Go to code.visualstudio.com and you'll be able to install this IDE. This is the IDE that we're going to use in developing the Python application, and just it's free. Download appropriately. So this one is free and download based on the OS that you have. I have Windows, I've downloaded the Windows. If you have Mac, use the Mac version. And once you have these two set up, meaning these two installed, what you can do is you can go and type Python and it will show you like this. Once you open up this, there's a terminal opened, and if I just enlarge it, you see this is called Python interactive shell. If I type 5 plus 5 and enter, it is going to evaluate and tell you what is this. It can't be anything. Any Python line of code can be written here. Only one line can be executed at a time. That's the difference. Now what I'm going to do is I have a folder called Python, and I can actually open up this like this. Go and type cmd in this one in the address bar, and it will open up a command prompt. From here you can use codes.space and enter. It will open up that directory in the Visual Studio Code. Alright, so now the Visual Studio Code has been opened. Now what you have to do is, very first thing is, go to the extension and type Python. The first one that will come up is what we want. This extension I have installed, but if you are new, install this extension. Once you install this extension, go to view, go to command palette and select the interpreter. So I click on it and it shows me two things, and I'm gonna choose the one which is recommended is the latest version. I click on it and I'm done with this. Now I come to the file section, click on add. I can say hello.py. The moment you say .py, it becomes a Python file. The extension has been recognized and you see this Python symbol is coming. Now literally I can actually put something, a piece of line called Python code, and I can click here. That will eventually run the line. So this is how a lot of lines of code will be written here, and this is how you execute more than one line of Python code. And we are going to develop the application in this kind of an IDE. So this video is all about understanding why Python, how to start the Python, and how to do a local setup. And this is just an episode 1, and keep watching. I have a lot of things coming up. Alright, so in the next episode I'm going to talk about the data types and do some live demo, followed by we will see strings, input and output. And stay tuned. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coding. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding.